Hi guys, I thought it's time we talk about Webtoon because recently they've been doing some pretty shady stuff and it's gotten my mind on the subject, and I haven't really seen any videos on it and only murmurs and subreddits and whatever else. So I thought I'd come in and talk about kind of what I've been seeing. You guys may or may not remember, but around June 28th-ish of 2023, Webtoon sent out a new terms of service that we had to agree to in order to continue using the app. Well, whenever this happens, I tend to reread whatever terms of service came out because I'm a little paranoid about my own content. I got about to line 8, I think it was, back in the day, user postings and stuff like that, right? So I was reading through that section and I found it a little strange. I tried to find it again for you guys. I couldn't, and so I thought maybe I was crazy, but then I found it on Reddit and someone had quoted it from it. So FeistyC321 says, does anyone know where to find the old Webtoon's terms of use? There's one paragraph in there that now makes me a little uneasy, and I want to see if it was there before. Quoted from their terms of use. For any user posting posted or submitted through the services, including Canvas, which is actually the part that made me really nervous, including Canvas, whether previously existing or posted or submitted going forward, you grant us, to the maximum extent permitted under applicable laws, a non-exclusive, perpetual, irrevocable, royalty-free, worldwide, transferable, sublicensable, through multiple tiers of sublicenses, licenses to access, use, host, cache, store, reproduce, transmit, modify, create derivative works of, perform, including publicly, display, including publicly, publish, distribute, monetize, e.g. for placing advertisements or charging for access, and otherwise exploit your user posting for any purpose in all media now known or hereafter devised, for the full duration of all applicable intellectual property rights in and to the user posting. FeistyC328 then goes to say, I feel like before it gave them the right to have it on their website and to use it for promotional stuff, etc. The whole perpetual, irrevocable right for them to reproduce, create derivative works of, publish, distribute, or otherwise exploit, I don't know. And I had the exact same thoughts and feelings when it came up on my dash. I was like, oh, this doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that? And the thing that really threw me off was including Canvas, and up till that point, we haven't really had to play by the same rules as anyone who was actually making money on the platform. We don't sign any real contracts until later if we pitch it to them and they then own our work, And it made me really uneasy because after I read that, I was like, oh, they'll own my work and all the rights to it, and I don't want that to happen. So unfortunately, I skipped my last update this last week or so, and I went to Tapas instead because I was reading through Tapas's terms of service, and in big bold words at the top, they put, Tapas Media does not claim ownership rights of your content. Your content belongs to you, and Tapas Media does not restrict you from using your content for any purpose unless stated in additional terms for other programs or offerings Tapas Media may provide. This to me felt way less like they were mincing words and they weren't trying to really confuse anyone. They weren't really trying to freak anyone out. The other thing about it is, after I read that and I uploaded to Tapas, I had a whole moment where I was looking at Webtoon and trying to figure out what was going on and try to find the section that I was looking at of terms of use for this video. And instead they updated it just recently. They updated it just today at July 1st, and the new terms of service read, user postings feedback. License of user postings to Webtoon. For any user posting posted or submitted through the services, whether previously existing or posted or submitted going forward, you grant us, to the maximum extent permitted under applicable laws, a non-exclusive, perpetual, irrevocable, royalty-free, worldwide, transferable, sublicensable through multiple tiers of sublicenses, license to access, use, host, cache, store, reproduce, transmit, modify, create derivative works of, perform including publicly, display including publicly, publish, distribute, monetize, e.g. by placing advertisements or charging for access, and otherwise exploit your user posting for purposes of maintain and improving our services and promoting the same in all media now known or hereafter devised for the full duration of all applicable intellectual property rights in and to the user posting, notwithstanding the foregoing or anything to the contrary set forth anywhere on our service. With respect to comics posted on Canvas, the rights to modify or create derivative works or sublicense such rights shall be limited to the sole purpose of marketing and promoting such comics and the services. For the avoidance of doubt, the foregoing license includes the right to use your user postings to market the services and the content on our services. This means we are allowed to, among other things, send emails containing your user postings in whole or in part to other service users, or exhibit your user postings in whole or in part on advertisements for Canvas and or other services. Likewise, by uploading your user postings, you grant other users the right to access the poster usings via Canvas and the other services to view them and use them with the Canvas and other service functions we make available to such users. For me, this wasn't a huge deal as far as when they were talking about any promotional work or things like that they would do. I understand that they need rights in order to have that, but what really made me nervous was the whole we own everything and we can sublicense and all this other stuff. I thought that was a little sketchy sounding, and so I didn't sign it. Unfortunately, I just skipped my posting day for that day, and I just posted on Tapas instead because I felt like if they were going to pull something like that, I didn't want to legally give them the right to my content and to my comic in general, considering I wanted to make an animated series afterwards and I want to make a movie and I want to make sure that I have merchandise rights and all that stuff. I wanted to make sure that I was still in the right during this contracting section. And so unfortunately, I had to post somewhere else for the time being. But let me know what you guys think about this. This seemed a little fishy to me, and if you guys have comments about it, I'd love to hear them. If anyone's more legally savvy than I am, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are too. But everything to me just sounded a little fishy, and no shade to the website. I've had a pretty decent experience posting on there. I just also don't feel comfortable giving any of my rights up to anything that they have going on in the shady contracts or anything like that, because a lot of the time that's how people will lose the rights to stuff without even knowing that they just lost their rights. So if you guys have any thoughts, opinions, donations, I'd like to hear them down in the comments below, and make sure that you guys are staying tuned for any more updates that I find. If you guys have anything that you want me to read, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try to find it and, give you guys a shout out for whatever you found. Just want to keep everyone updated on what's going on with Webtoon and kind of the reason why I swapped platforms. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you guys later. Bye!